if I mess up, I ain't got nobody but myself to be mad at. Yo, that reminds me. One of the first time I ever went live on Facebook. I don't know if you remember this. I went live on Facebook at my old crib, trying to promote the show or whatever, and I didn't know that I was live.
I remember that. I think I do remember that.
I
You were
did
like
not
doing some
know.
other stuff. I think somebody. I think I said something.
You were the one. You were the one who said to me, "Hey, bro, we can see you. We can hear you. What's going on?" And for like a good 15 minutes, I'm like
Oh
on
goodness.
my computer trying to figure out, like, yo, am I live? And what happened was, again, I didn't have a hardwired connection. So
Yeah.
my internet was super laggy. So like I was like 5 minutes ahead of myself. And I'm sitting
Oh,
here
okay.
trying to figure out, like, why is this not, you know what I'm saying, doing what it's supposed to do? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We've come a long way since those days. A long way.
I like it. I
All
like it. You crispy clear. I'm 720.
right.
I'm good though.
That's
Mhm.
what's up. All right, I'm about to post this link in the comment section of my personal Facebook page. And I'm gonna see if I can do the same thing on the Brains and Bars page. We get a show on the wall. And a matter of fact, we don't have to wait for that. While I'm doing that, we can go ahead and get this thing popping. Yo, what's good, man? It's the Thursday night potluck. It's your boy A1. As you can see, I got my homie, 1/3 of the Talk That Real podcast, the homie, the Los Factors in the building. What's going on with you, man?
Man, chilling, bro. Chilling on this good Thursday evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I appreciate you pulling up, man. Again, here's the rules
Finally.
of the
No, 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 no. I'm not gonna let that get away from us. Finally. After like 5, 6 years, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Listen.
We're
Sometimes it
not gonna
takes
skip over
time.
that. We're not gonna skip it over
It
that.
it it takes time. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. So listen. So the people on my Facebook, if you are part of the Brains and Bars, it's a Black and White Thing Facebook fan page, and you're watching from there. Appreciate you. If you are on my personal Facebook profile, appreciate you. I asked this. If you tune in, if you stop in, share, give us a view, give us a like, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, so that uh, excuse me, so this content can get out to more people. We appreciate you. You can check us out, Brains and Bars, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and wherever you get the good podcast. Just search for Brains and Bars, all one word. That'll get you out of It's a Black and White Thing content. I got some things coming that got a .com that I've actually had for like probably a year that I need to get going. So I'm gonna get that, get with somebody who can set me up, get all that good stuff coming. I might actually do a little writing at some point. If I can get my life figured out, I might write a
Okay.
little article here and there to post to the website so y'all can
That'd
see
be
what the
nice. I
pen
like
game
it.
is like. I'm multifaceted. I wanted to be a journalist when I was a kid. I wanted to grow up to be a journalist.
I took one journalism class.
Yeah, did you like
Dropped,
it?
dropped it, bro. I what I didn't like about it was in journalism there are a lot of rules with writing.
Hmm.
There's a lot of rules you have to follow. And then interviewing people and stuff, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was always my thing. I always enjoyed that. So last thing to those who are on my Facebook, again, if you're on my Facebook profiles, either one, whether the fan page or my personal one, I've dropped the link, the StreamYard link in there. If you want to pull up, you can pull up. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We have some things that we want to talk about a little bit first. So we'll get through that, but you can pull up, get your bars off. As always, if you want to join in the comment section, you can jump in the comment section, leave a comment. I'll try to get it pulled up on the screen. We can react to that as well. So as you can see, like I said, I got the homie Delos Factor in the building, and I wanted to have him talk about a couple of things. First, we're going to talk about the Cowboys. So I got a couple of family members, and maybe
Go Cowboys. Cowboys Nation.
one day, I may have to have a communal space for my family members who are Cowboys fans to come in and really share their feelings about how everything is going up with the season. But
Me too.
for you are the first, right? You are the
Right.
first. Shout out to Nate Sykes. He said, "Let's go Steelers." That's what y'all play this weekend, right?
Yeah, we do. I don't know why. Can I delete people or
No, you can't delete
okay?
people. You
I
can't. You
got
can't.
that part. Okay.
Just me. Just me. Yeah, just me.
Got your
Um,
days, buddy. Got your days.
I may have a communal space for for my family who are Cowboys fans to come in and commiserate and share the good, the bad, the ugly of being Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
I don't know my father, who was a Cowboys fan. He didn't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. He did not put that evil on me. So, as you can see, I rep the team, rep the Niners,
I'm
and
blacked
so
out. I'm blacked out, bro. I'm everything black right now. That's how I feel about the Cowboys. I'm blacked out.
I hear you. I hear you. But before we get into that, you and I, we are often on the opposite ends of debate topics, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're the
Yeah.
black hat, I'm the white hat. You're the Cowboys fan, I'm the Niners fan. You're the Duke Blue Devil basketball fan, I'm the Carolina Tar Heels basketball fan, right? But there are some things that we can agree on.
Nation.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, there are certain things that we can agree on. And
Yeah.
one of those things is Derrick Rose.
Oh man.
Derrick Rose,
My God.
one of my favorite basketball players to ever put on a Chicago Bulls
Yeah.
uniform, announced his retirement last week from the NBA. I believe after, I think it was 16 years that he was in the league, which, if seeing those knee injuries and things that happened to him, if you would have told me you were going to get 16 years out of Derrick Rose, I would have been like, you're lying.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, 16-year career. He played with the Bulls, the Knicks, the Cavs, the Timbs, the Pistons, uh Timberwolves, sorry, Pistons, Knicks, and then finally last year with the Grizzlies. So
I'm
for
trying.
me, I'll start, right? And you can kind of share how you feel about Derek. But for me, Derek, one of the all-time what if stories, careers in basketball history. Like,
Yeah.
what if he doesn't destroy his knee? What could have been? That Bulls team was back-to-back number one seeds in the Eastern Conference, right?
Yeah.
They lost obviously to the Heat in 2011. They were the number one overall seed again. I would never forgive Tibbs for having him in that game against Philly. They were up 11. That's when he tears up his
Why is
knee for
he
the
even
second
in
time.
there? Why
I'll
is he
never
in
forgive
there?
him. I'll never forgive him. Like
Like,
it's one of
like
those.
that's
Yeah,
like I know that's like coming on the back end of it, but what everybody wants to know is why is he in the game?
it's like a minute 12 left. It's like a minute 12 left. Derrick Rose goes into the paint. He jumps. He lands, and then he crumbles to the ground. And it's devastating. The number one overall seed, and I feel like they had beaten Miami every game in the regular season. Now, the thing about the NBA is you can't regular season success is not an indicator of postseason
Yeah,
success. But I don't think they beat them because that was LeBron at his peak. But I do think we would have gotten a classic 7-game series out of it, man. And so, your thoughts, man, on Derrick Rose, man, retiring?
man, I'm actually I'm glad he's retiring, but at the same time, it's like I'm never going to not want to see Derrick Rose play basketball.
Yeah.
So it's like if they were to say, "Yeah, man, Derrick Rose in the pickup league," and somebody got, how can I tune in? You know what I'm
So
saying? Like
if you join the big three,
if
you're
he's
watching.
doing the big three, I'm like, I need tickets. Like Derrick Rose is my guy. He's up there, like I said, Iverson Jordan with me, bro. You
Yeah.
know, Melo, like he's up there, man. So it sucks, man, because like I said, injuries, man, and I feel like he just never had what you saw in the beginning. It's
Yeah.
like even when and I'm gonna tell you, his second step is still better than a lot of first. I'm gonna tell you, his second step was still better than a lot of people first, but it wasn't him, man. I hate to see that.
David, I'm gonna let you get this comment off because you the homie. I'm gonna let you get this comment off, but we don't really do too much D Rose slander around here, man.
Hey
This
man,
comment.
hey, give me the power to delete people, bro. Like give me just give me rights and just say it's me. Like they won't like I don't even put that on yourself. I would love to
So
delete him.
This says ortho surgeons everywhere are sad at the retirement of D Rose. I'll tell you this, man. Like the D Rose, the joke, the running joke of D Rose in the suit being his official warm up jersey. Like the first, like maybe 5 times, I might have smirked, but after that, I was like, "Come on, man." Because here's the thing: like being a Bulls fan too, especially after the first knee injury, every time he jumped, my
Yeah.
heart stopped. My heart, like I was just like, "Oh, please, please land, don't land awkwardly, don't
When's
land
the
on
next
somebody's
one?
foot." Yeah. And then when
Yeah.
he suffered the second one was so, I mean, it was depressing is not the
Devastating.
word. Thank you. Devastating because like
It was
you see
freaking devastating.
you see him on the bench and he's doing the nervous, his leg is moving up and down. He's doing that nervous twitch with your leg because he knows something is wrong. He knows something is not right. And I mean, it took a Hall of Fame career because he was on his way to the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
had he not gotten hurt. I don't know if they ever beat LeBron in the Heat. Honestly, that 2014 Heat team, if the Bulls were still together, because here's the other part of this that people don't factor into it. Jimmy Butler doesn't become who he becomes until Derek is off the scene for real.
Yeah.
So if Jimmy Butler can progress to become the player that we know him to be, and
Yeah.
you put that with Derrick Rose, that's a
Like,
that's a
and then
crazy 1-2 punch.
if they had him, and then I was always I know he's a Florida from Florida, but I always like joking Noah. And I think it was because when his last year of college basketball, I actually watched Florida play a lot
Yeah.
because I like the kid, and so I was a Joe Noah fan. Then you got Derrick Rose. If they could have put that together, I mean, it's
Again,
like I said, the what ifs, bro. The what
yeah.
ifs.
So for me, Derek is definitely top five what if basketball careers
Yeah,
ever. So for me, that's D Rose. We're talking Grant Hill. We
yeah.
talking gosh, shoot, I had this list together in my head. D Rose, Grant Hill, Penny. If Penny doesn't get injured,
I'm
what
gonna
is his
tell
career
you,
like?
Penny. That's another one. And like I said, Memphis, man. That's another one. And I'm gonna tell you, if there was ever a people that rode behind a player, it was how Memphis did Penny Hardaway.
Word.
Say something bad about Penny Hardaway and you square up. I'm telling you, Memphis did not play about Penny Hardaway. One
That's
cent.
what's up.
They ain't play about 1 cent, bro.
I mean, Memphis born and raised, right?
Yeah, they don't play about 1 cent, man. So, but yeah, Penny Hardaway,
So
Grant Hill, Derrick Rose. I
I
feel like
throw
it's
T Mac
another
in
one.
there.
Who?
I throw T Mac in there. I feel like T career injuries derailed, especially. So you got to remember, in Orlando, you had Penny, T Mac, and Grant Hill, I believe, all in the same squad. But I think they were never healthy at the same time.
I didn't. I'm gonna tell you, it's just me. I didn't really like T Mac.
Really,
I feel like there was some funny stuff happening with him and what's my dude Duncan. Oh, my dude, man.
Tim Duncan?
No, not his cousin,
Oh, Vince Carter.
Vince Carter. I feel
Nah,
like they kind of had a rift, and I feel like he was on T Mac's side. I
I
feel like
think
T Mac wanted to be the guy, and Vince Carter is a showstopper. You know?
so. I think T Mac left because he knew he wasn't. He needed to go to a place where he could be the guy. Right? And then in Canada at that time, it was all about it was Vince, right? He was Air Canada, like it was his town, his
Yeah,
city, and wasn't enough space for both of them. And so he went to Orlando. Grant Hill is there, Penny's there, and we thought we had something. But
yeah.
then Grant gets hurt, Penny breaks down, T Mac has an up and down career. Here's one. Brandon Roy.
I I was a
Brent,
Brandon Roy fan. I like Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy, and
Where you go to school?
he went to Washington.
Washington.
UW went to Washington. Yep, so he's from the area. If his knees don't, and apparently coming into the draft, his knees were really bad. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the knock
He
on
got
him.
done early.
Yeah, his knees gave out pretty early, and we never really got to see because I want to say right as Brandon comes off the scene, then uh Dame arrives.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, he was with the Trailblazers from 2006 to 2011. And I feel like Dame is like maybe 2 years after that.
Not really a
Um,
big Dame fan, but he's nice.
Dang. Yep. So Dame is 2012. The last what if is Amari Stoudemire. That's the last what if for me. The great what if because like if he stays healthy with the Knicks and you got him and Melo,
Yeah. But
they
I know I keep saying this, but I'm not a big Amara Stoudemire fan either. I know I keep saying it. I know. I know.
oh, you don't rock with him. All right.
Amari Stoudemire because I always wanted more from him.
Okay.
It's like I always wanted more from him. And then he had the nerve to get on like national TV and say he never learned how to play defense.
I mean, I guess he's telling his truth.
Bro, you in the NBA, man. Like, I don't know. I mean,
I
that's
mean,
just truth, but it's
M-
trash.
Maybe he had that same attitude that Deion Sanders had. They don't pay me to play defense, right? Or he said they don't pay me to tackle is what he said, but
Yeah.
they don't play me to play defense. They play me to put the
But
to
my
score.
so I'm wondering, are star or like does your star player just like do anything they want?
Not that they do anything that they want. I think that the star scorer, there's so much responsibility, right? There's so much of a burden they shoulder being the best player and that responsibility of carrying their team offensively that, they may leave a little bit of that other side of the court to some of the less unencumbered players on the other end of the court. So,
No.
I mean, everybody can't be Kobe, everybody can't be Jordan. Everybody can't be. I mean, LeBron was first team all defense several times. Everybody's not going to be a lockdown guy on both ends
Yeah.
because of the all it takes to do that. But I respect it. At least he told
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
sure.
So
I mean to say it though, that's kind of, I
I
don't know.
mean, again, I respect it. Like I ain't come here for this. I came here to put the ball. I came here to chew bubble gum and score the basketball, and I'm
Yeah.
all out of bubble gum. That's what he
Yeah.
came to do. So I can
I feel
respect
you.
it.
I feel you. I feel you.
All right, cool. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's kind of to discuss what we came to discuss. You, sir, are a Cowboys fan. So first of all, I
Through and
have to
through.
ask, as a young man from Memphis, how does young Los end up becoming a Cowboy fan living in Memphis, Tennessee?
All right, man. So when I lived in Memphis, for one, we didn't have the Titans.
True, that hadn't
You
moved
know,
yet.
and so a lot of down south teams gravitated to the Dallas Cowboys.
Fair.
I mean, down south, people live down south.
Yeah.
And extra layer on that, Too Tall Jones is from my family's home state, home city.
Oh,
He's
word.
from Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay.
And so, like, that's where my family were raised. Like, that's where our roots are, Jackson, Tennessee. His mom and my grandmother were friends.
Oh, okay. That's what's
You
up.
know, so when he went to the NFL, everybody in Jackson became Dallas Cowboys fans. My mom, my pops, everybody was Dallas
Yeah.
Cowboys fans. So that just gravitated to me. So that's my roots.
Okay. I
That's
respect
my
it. That's a
roots.
dope story. That's a
Yeah,
dope
yeah.
story.
So like I
Uh,
said, hey K, hey man, I'm trying to have a good day. I don't want to hear nothing about no KU and Trent. Like those are
my
two
my
things I don't want to hear about.
Okay, my bad. So when you were on the show, we don't talk about Trent.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't talk about
RKU. Got it. Got
yeah,
it. Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But that's your roots of
That's my
becoming a
roots.
Cowboy fan. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's
So
up.
so like I'm legitimate. Like I don't like I'm not. I didn't just pick up in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like I have roots and ties. Like I'm a lifelong Dallas Cowboys fan.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Dope, dope, dope. So let's talk about the Cowboys. They are
What?
2-2 right now. They
Two and
play as
two.
we talked about. They play the Steelers on Sunday.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this season as it has transpired thus far?
I looked at the schedule and I got us winning probably I think I got us winning probably about 6 more games.
You got them going 8 and 9 in, so you don't have
Yeah,
them going.
yeah. I'm probably got us winning like 6 more games, maybe a toss up. Um, I think that I think we beat Washington twice. I know how they. I know. I feel like we beat Washington twice. I feel like we
Hmm.
beat the Giants twice, and I
Okay,
feel like we split with the Eagles.
so that's five, right? So you basically you have them going 5-1 in the division, right?
Yeah,
Because they've already beat the Giants once, so they would sweep that. You got them sweeping the Commanders and
yeah.
splitting with the Eagles. So that leaves you got the Niners game. Is that a win or a loss?
I think that's a loss.
All right, Falcons.
Win,
All right, so there's your 6 wins. I'm gonna keep going down the schedule. You tell me Texans,
loss,
Bengals.
loss. Even though we should win that game, Cowboys don't do good with games they should win.
All
That's
right,
just
all
it.
right. Hold on, I got two more. The Panthers, that's a dub. That's a
Yeah,
dub. And then the Buccaneers.
loss,
Really? I mean, so
bro.
based on what you just said, shout out to Mike Watson in the building.
Hey man, listen.
He
Why
can't
are
become.
all the people I don't like stopping by? Like y'all don't stop by no other time. Like Mike Watson leave, bro. Like I want him to leave. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't want you to leave, Mike. You can stay. You can stay. We need the views. All right. So I want to antagonize you anymore with any more comments from Mike. I just got two more. We don't like you or your team.
Hey, or
I didn't ask anyway, we're gonna keep it moving.
he's mad because of me and him got this Celine Dion and Adele thing going, and that's what he's a little sore about that. So I'm gonna
We're
let him
gonna
have
close the
it.
show talking about Adele. All
Yeah,
right, so you got them with 9 wins. Based on what you just said there, you got
yeah.
them with nine
Okay, eight,
wins.
eight, 8 or 9, eight or 9.
So do you think that's enough for them to sneak in as a wild card team? Because I don't think it's enough to win the division. I think you got
No,
to get
no,
to at
we
least 10.
can't. Yeah, yeah.
So do you think
Honestly, I wouldn't be. I would. I think we probably could win the division.
with 9? You got to remember
Well, I'm talking
the
about our division games. I don't know.
so
So
you got to. I
I
mean,
only
I put it at 5-1. If they go 5-1, they have a really great shot at least at winning tiebreakers in the division, right? The problem is I don't know if the Commanders, who already have 3 wins, right? I don't know if they are going to win less than 9 games if everyone stays healthy.
I don't see the Commanders doing well against division opponents.
Okay. I mean, look, they already 1-0 in the division, right? They beat the Giants.
Yeah, I mean it's a giant.
This is fair, fair. I
Yeah,
mean, we're going to find out here fairly quickly. We're going to find out here fairly quickly if they can win it. All right. So Jerry Jones, let's talk about Jerry real quick. I got a question for you. There's a petition floating around online to have Jerry fire the GM. Right? I've seen the petition. Shout out to Jay Tuck. He's a Cowboys content creator. I don't think he started the petition, but he's I feel like one of the people who kind of started this fire Jerry the GM.
yeah.
I've heard it said that Jerry Jones cares more about the Cowboys being relevant for TV than winning a championship. Do you agree with that sentiment?
I do not. I think Jerry Jones wants to win because he's going to. I saw that. I feel like he wants to win because that's
Mhm.
going to bring in revenue and all that. But I don't feel like he has the wherewithal to make that happen. And firing the GM doesn't matter if the owner is still all in the mix.
Mm.
And what Jerry Jones likes to do, he likes to bring puppets, right? So these guys he bring in, these coaches, they are puppets.
Mhm.
GM, you're a puppet. So when's the last man that they had? Was it Parcells? Or
Parcells is probably the last one.
so
That's the last.
yeah,
Everyone else has been like had some type of tie to Jerry, except for McCarthy. McCarthy didn't have a tie, but then I think he what
he's from
Campo.
the freaking Packers. Who in the hell wants a Packers coach in Dallas?
That's
Nobody.
not Lombardi.
Let me answer that for you. No one. No one wants that. No one was happy when they of that hire. Not one Cowboys fan that I know of was saying, "Oh, great, we got a Green Bay coach that nobody wanted in Green Bay anymore."
So let me ask you this: if the season goes the way you think it goes, which is if it's 8 wins, they don't make the playoffs for sure. They fired Mike McCarthy. Do you think Jerry would hire Bill Belichick, a guy who's going to come in and say, to use a Bill Parcells phrase, I'm going to shop for the groceries and buy the groceries.
I honestly don't see that happening. I see some crazy Dion and son team up in Dallas. Dion and son team up in Dallas before I see that.
Wow, that would be crazy.
That
That'd
that
be
would be
kind of
crazy,
wild.
but that's Jerry Jones, man. He'll do something wild like that.
I
He
mean,
he wanted to draft Johnny Football.
true, true.
His son had to talk him out of it. If you have to be talked out of drafting Johnny Manziel, then I question anything you got going on.
Man, I mean, it would get the people talking. I'll tell you that much. If he ended up hiring Dion and they drafted Shador, which that won't happen because they just gave Dak $60 million. So he's not going to draft Shador. One,
Jerry
he's not going to
Jones
be in
is
a
going to
space
do
to
whatever
draft.
he wants to do. I'm going to tell you, bro. You may think that Jerry Jones will do whatever he wants to do. And that's one thing I know about him. He's old money, and old money do what they want to do.
There's some truth to that. There's some
You know
truth to
what
that.
I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past him. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't
All
put
right.
him past him. But like I said, man, the Cowboys, we are who we made ourselves. This team is trash, Bucko. This team is trash, Bucko. We don't have a running game. We got three number two at running back,
I'm
and
not sure
one of
Zeke
them
is
is
a
like
number
a
two.
number three guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Zeke is a number three at this point. I don't. He made the comment that they didn't have the money to sign Derrick Henry, and I don't think that's true. I think they had he gave CD and Dak their money, that would have created the cap space they needed. But even then, the amount of money that Henry signed for was so paltry. I think he still could have signed Derrick in the offs, who wanted to be here, by the way. He said he wanted to play for the Cowboys, and they still could have gave CD and Dak their money and gotten everybody paid. That's my
So
personal opinion.
this is what. So if they would have signed them early
Hmm.
instead of waiting so long,
Hmm.
then you could have seen what you could do.
This is
But
true.
but after the fact, you can say, "Oh, we didn't have the money to sign them." Well, that's after the fact, though. That's
True.
after you already pay people. He's already with the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's too late there. So honestly, the comment was I don't see why you made the comment.
Fair.
It's crazy, man.
Fair.
So yeah, so we our number two receiver is Cooks, which I
And
like
he's
Cooks.
hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt, so he I don't think he's playing against the Steelers.
No, he's out.
Yeah,
Robert Roode will
he's
be
out
out.
against the Steelers, and I do like Cooks, but he nobody's game planning for Cooks. Let's just be honest. We're not game planning for Cooks. Ferguson, he's a cool tight end. You're not game planning for Ferguson. You're not. You're not. Only person you're trying to stop is CeeDee Lamb. They move him around so much that you can't stop him. That's what his problem was in the beginning, which I'm glad they got smart about. They tried to put CD just in one slot and just say, here, go to work. They finally caught on, like, hey, he needs to be everywhere, except the backfield. Don't do that stuff no more. Stop having him running them spread, them slat. No, stop.
All right. So this weekend, do you think they beat the Steelers?
Absolutely not. I
Man,
you know what? I kind of do just because I don't trust Justin Fields, but like I said again, injuries.
yeah, I forgot DeMarcus Lawrence is out. He
And
he
I
just got
think
put on IR.
I don't know if Michael Parsons is playing or not.
He was in a boot after the game. And
Yeah,
I just saw one of the beat reporters for the Cowboys said that Diggs was hobbled with an ankle injury
he
in
got he got
practice.
hurt late. He got
Yeah,
hurt
he
late in the game.
yeah. So yeah. This might
Who's gonna bring down Justin Fields when he gets to running? They couldn't do it with Jackson Lamar.
yeah, but there's no Derrick Henry in Pittsburgh. So I will agree with you on this. I do see a I don't know if they get to 8 wins, to be honest with you. And the reason I say that is because they struggle to stop teams that run the football. And I mean,
Yeah,
Pittsburgh can run the football, the Cowboys can run the football, the Lions can run the football, the Eagles can move the ball. Now, their quarterback issue might even
you
the
mean the
odds there.
Commanders?
The Commanders can run the football. Like
Yeah, yeah.
they're facing 6 or 7 teams who have the ability to move the football on the ground. And if you cannot stop the run, especially in a league that is
What?
trending more
How
towards run
many?
heavy offenses.
Okay, I want you to just do this for me real quick,
All right.
and you ain't gotta say nothing. I
Okay.
want you to think about the number of wins you think that the Cowboys would get, and match it up to where you think Shador is going to go in the draft. And do you think something lines up with the pick that the Cowboys will have? I'm just
No. So
asking.
so I think the Cowboys can top out at 7 wins. I think they might get to 7. And if they get to 7, it's going to put them mid to late teens. And unless Shador completely falls off the map, he won't make it past, I'll say 15. So if the Cowboys hypothetically wanted to make headlines and pull the Atlanta Falcons and go and trade up to get Michael Penix, their Michael Penix Jr. and Shador Sanders, they would have to likely trade up to get him. I don't think he fought. It's a quarterbacks teams pay a premium to draft quarterbacks high.
Yeah, we
I
we
mean that's
paid we paid Dak, and I'm not mad about Dak getting this money.
mhm.
First of all, I'm one of those people. I'm never going to say anything about a millionaire getting money from a billionaire. I'm never gonna say anything about that. Get your money. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
But we paid Dak, right? But we didn't do anything to sustain that. Where's his
Mm.
help? Our line is so shaky, so many injuries. We can't run the ball. He's throwing the ball 45, 50 times a game. Like, and I actually think that may be on the low. He's throwing like 55 passes. You know, I don't know the exact number on that, but he's throwing the ball so much. They're not running the ball at all. So he's going to be like they're not scared of the run at all. So I
So
mean, what else
he
is there?
got he got less than he's thrown over 30 passes in 3 to 4 games. The only game he didn't throw over 30 was the win over the Giants. He threw 27 times, but to your point, he had to because they were getting their butt whooped so bad against Baltimore. He threw 51 times. Again, the New Orleans lost. They were getting their butt whooped. He threw 39 times, but he threw 32 times in the win over Cleveland to start the season. Yeah, it does not look good this year for your boys. I have to admit that. It does not look good this year. We'll see what happens.
And
You
everybody's
know,
on Dak's head, but guess who no one talks about? Guess who no one gets on their head about?
Mike McCarthy.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been sucking it up for 2 years, for the last 2 years, but it just goes under everybody's radar. Bro, he's looking like a bum.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting a pass. I think that
Who
the
talks
cow
about him?
I think that the
What
Cowboys
outlet
generate
talks about
clicks.
Jalen Hurts, bro?
I'm pretty sure if you watch NFL Live, I've
Come
seen
on,
Dan
man.
Orlovsky. I watched Dan Orlovsky say, "Hey,
Stop.
I can't be on First Take today because I'm busy." But I just want to say the Eagles looked horrendous. Like everything, nothing looks good. Everything looks like it's really hard to execute and perform. So it's not getting the attention because it's the Cowboys. This is the price of fame. When you
I,
have that
I, I
star on your
get it.
helmet,
I get it. But I'm saying it's like there are some other trash people out there too. And but that they don't get. I mean, we could talk about Lamar Jackson, Mr. Inconsistent. Can't do it when you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come
uh,
on now.
your point is well taken. I agree. I'm just saying, when you have that star on your helmet, the expectations are a little different. It's just a little different.
And
So
Purdy, let me chill.
he balling. Now hold up now. Ho 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 ho. What we not about to do? We not about to get on Purdy unless we about to talk about him balling. He's been playing excellent football, sir. So you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Oh
Even
yeah,
in the
listen. I'm just saying.
the Minnesota loss is probably the
Because
only
they
one
have
where
a
you can say
team,
he was subpar.
and what's the name? Go ahead and retire McCaffrey. Like they they have proven to say, hey McCaffrey, what you the way you thought we needed you, we don't.
So that is not entirely true.
Stop.
It's not a listen. I'm gonna tell you. So I went 2 years ago when the Chiefs played the Niners in San Francisco. I went to the game, right? That was McCaffrey's first game. He only played 8 plays because he showed up in the middle of the week. They had a kid named Elijah Mitchell who's a really good running back. He just cannot stay healthy. Really good running back.
I like the yeah. I remember Mitchell. Yeah.
I watched McCaffrey run the ball one time. I said, "Oh, that looks different." Like it's there's levels, right? Like it's like I'll put it to you this way: if it'd be like if the Chiefs got Saquon, right? You watch Isaiah Pacheco run the ball, you go, "Oh man, he's good. Like he's good."
Yeah.
And then you watch Saquon run, you go, "Oh, but that's another level," and that's what it is. Like Jordan Mason is really good. But when you watch Christian McCaffrey run and his contact balance and his burst and his speed, his vision, you
But
go,
do they
oh,
need that?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Like you never listen. If I forgot who I was talking to about football, but they were saying, look, and I've said this on the show myself. If you are not Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or one of these super elite guys, you need all the talent around you that you can get. So if you can go get a Saquon at a running back, or you can go get an Alvin Kamara or CMC at running back, you absolutely go and make that happen. I think you look at what the Ravens have done since granted, the last 2 weeks because they lost the first two games. But you go and look what they've done with Derrick Henry the last two games where they actually gave him the ball, and you see how that offense has been humming
Boy,
and rolling.
that long run he had, bro. He was moving.
A grown man at his age, 'cause he's 29 years old, he should not be able to move like that. At 29, he's running away from people who probably are 30 and 40 pounds lighter than him,
They
and they
say he
cannot catch him.
they say he spent like he does a lot of like nutrition stuff and like what he eats and things like that. And they say he's really big on nutrition and taking care of himself. So the dude is out there styling, bro.
Man, man. So I mean, salute to him. Because as last thing I say about CMC, I have Achilles tendonitis in both my feet. That's not something you want to fool with, especially playing that position at running back where you have to do a
No,
lot of jumping, cutting. Anyway, last thing on the Cowboys. Anything else you want to say on them before we close out with Adele?
man, nah. It's just I mean, the Cowboys are who we are, man. Like we are who we are. Until we put a team around Dak, let's stop expecting Dak to pull off a miracle. He's not Mahomes. Okay, he's not Mahomes, and Mike McCarthy is far. I mean, far from Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? So let's just like there's miles and valleys apart. Okay, miles and valleys.
All right. So last thing, last week I had my wife on. We talked about
Yeah,
Beyonce. You pulled up. You got to talking about Adele and how much you
I'm
rock with
always
her.
talking about that. Yeah.
So your top five, if you got more than five, that's fine. If you get to three, but your five favorite Adele songs are what?
I debated this. I said I I didn't want to pull up. I didn't want to give five songs because once I got here, they were going to change. So what I said is I'm going to name the top five songs from my latest album.
Okay, that's fair.
That's because I mean one and only. That's not from my latest album, but that's like one of the top ones. So let's put one and only in there. All right.
Okay, yeah.
So one and only.
One and
Next,
only.
I'm gonna go, huh?
I'm just naming them out loud. Keep going.
The next I'm gonna go is To Be Loved. That's off of the last album.
Okay.
I'm going all out. This is 30. This is 30. Easy on me.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I drink wine. And then
Drake
to
one.
close it out, all night parking. It's like an
See, I
interlude,
I need to listen to 30. I have not listened to 30 enough.
bro.
I might have skimmed it one time. I need to go back and listen to 30 again.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, just it's a great album. It's good. It's great on the first listen. It's amazing on the third. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a great album. I could do a top five from every album. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. Like I said, I want Adele Steen. I got her live DVD that if you come over, I make people watch. You come to my house for like a barbecue, get together watching Adele live.
That's
So
hilarious.
we're not watching Men's Society. We're not watching Comic View and all old stuff. No, we're watching Adele. So
All right, cool,
that's
cool. So
great.
I'm gonna check out 30. Like I said, I skimmed 30. I listened to it maybe once all the way through. I did not at that point in my life, I wasn't listening to albums all the way, until I was really sitting with them and getting comfortable with what I heard and hey, I like this song, I don't like that song. So I might do that this weekend if I get the time. All right.
Man,
So
it's,
last thing,
it's always a
go
good
ahead.
time to listen to Adele. It's always a good time.
Last thing, and we get out of here because the game is about to start. Went a little bit longer than we expected, so I appreciate you sticking around, hanging with me, hanging with us tonight. So Thursday night football is getting ready to kick off in a couple of minutes. You got the Buccaneers taking on the Falcons, NFC South showdown. As you know, I've been doing this on Thursday nights, the Family Man O Meter. This lets you know should you watch this game or should you go be a family man. There's four different levels. You got the family man, you got the complimentary football, where you check in with the family, hang out with the family first half, see what's going on in the second half, and see if you should watch it. You have the walkthrough. Walkthrough, you are commercial breaks, halftime, you're checking on the family, seeing what's going on, which is different than the complimentary football. It's complimentary. You watch nothing in the first half. Then finally, there is must-watch TV, which means don't bother me. Put the kids to bed early. You're going to the man cave. You're taking over the big TV, or you're going to the sports bar. So for me, this is the first Thursday night game of the season that is must-watch football. Buccaneers are 3-1. Falcons are 2-2, but they're entertaining 2-2. They took the Chiefs to the wire. They got the dub over the Saints this past weekend. And so the winner of this game comes out in the driver's seat for the NFC South. I thought the Falcons were going to run away with the division. I did not think the Buccaneers were going to be as good as they were. And with the way that they're playing football right now, this is the matchup that you got to watch. You got to check out. So that is the family manometer going into Thursday night football. This is must-watch TV. Now, it could be a blowout. It could be a snooze fest, and that meter could change as this game goes. But going into it, that's how I call it. All right. Anything else you want to add, sir, before we get out of here?
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. You're a pessimistic Cowboys fan, but yes, go Cowboys. Absolutely.
Go Cowboys. That's all I got to say, man. Appreciate you having me on. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. We'll make it happen again at some point in the future. We'll do it again. We're 1 for 1, by the way. I've been on your podcast. You've now been on mine. We're 1 for 1. We're even. So I appreciate you. Yo, as always, please remember, you can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, wherever you find a good podcast. Hit the like button, hit the share, give us 5 stars, all that good stuff. IG, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Brains and Bars. Subscribe, share the broadcast, tell a friend, it's those guys again. Until next time, we'll see y'all next week on the Potluck, man. Actually, I might take next week off, actually. But we'll see. But either way, y'all be easy. Have a good night. Lowe's, appreciate you, man.
Well.